So someone asked when we have a video on tuning into your partner, and which basically means finding out where you are yes and where your Venn diagram overlaps with them. So you might be able to find your yes in an area that's really juicy for them too. The person said, I have a hard time tuning into that. I always feel rushed in a hurry. And they're asking for ways to slow down and be more present.
So you're talking about tuning in as far as activities or
tuning into the person, to the mood, the energy of the space. This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy from theintimacydojo.com.
So I love tuning into my partner. I'm someone who loves to collaborate. I'd much rather do something with someone than by myself.
Okay.
And so I've found that it's really delightful for me if I can find my yes that overlaps with my partner or my friend's yes.
Okay.
But to do that, it does mean I have to slow down and be present with them. Because if I'm just kind of caught up in my stuff, it's really hard to know, for example, what might be tuned to Reid. Is he in a quiet mood right now? I can ask him, what kind of mood are you in right now? And I can see if that tunes. And if he's in a really quiet mood and I need to burn some energy off, maybe there's not a tuning right there, but I can come back later. But if there is a tuning, like he wants to do something that seems really good to me, it's fun to tune my interest in that direction so we can do something together. But you do have to slow down to do that, to notice what the...
I'm actually confused. I'm hearing you tune in to figure out where there's a good fit for what you guys want to do, not necessarily the tempo or the mood. Like tuning...
I think it can be both.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it can be both.
Well, I do agree that slowing down makes sense for everybody. Like you need to check in and try to figure out what's going on or who's where. And my suggestion would be you figuring out where you're at, what you want, and initiating that way, because then it's practicing, one, your own self-awareness. What are you trying to create or get? And then by you sharing, hey, this is where I'm at and what I'm looking for, what are you at and looking for? Which, for me, I like when my partners do that, because then like what they're doing is bringing me present to, well, what am I, in the mood for? And then we can figure out where the match is there. I don't prefer it when people are trying to figure out where I'm at without speaking up first.
Right.
Because that kind of feels like a weird, like Star Trek, like
scanning you.
I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, trying to figure out where you're at so I can figure out what I want. And I'm like, that's not good.
Okay, so if using your approach, how do you slow down enough to notice where you're at? Because sometimes we get really busy. We get caught up in all the things we need to do, and our to-do list, our laundry list, our grocery list, and it's hard to know where we're at and what we need right now or want. How do you slow down?
You slow down. Like realize you're caught up in a whole bunch of stuff and that you haven't checked in with yourself about, okay, what do I want? What are my needs? I'm standing in front of... It's like when you're standing in front of the open refrigerator and you don't remember how you got there, and you're like, why am I here? Sometimes you're just there because you're bored.
Yeah.
But when you're there in front of the open refrigerator, be like, okay, I'm in front of the open refrigerator. Hopefully it's your open refrigerator. You're not in some stranger's home. And then you're like, okay, what do I actually want? Is there a craving? Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? And then for that, like you figure out you want your partner's attention or focus. Why?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I'm sensing a need for something. I'm trying to get a need fulfilled. Well, what is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, well, is there something I would like right now that comes to mind? And then walk yourself through that.
Yeah, I love to break it down even a little further, because it is sometimes hard to notice what I want. And I grew up in a family that there wasn't a lot of practice or role modeling for that. So what I do when I want to know either what I want so that I can tune to my partner and see if it's a mutual yes, I take a nice deep breath. And I like to tune into my body. And Olivia Fox-Cobain from The Charisma Myth, which is a beautiful book, great practical tips, recommends you tune into your toes. Because when you tune into your toes, you're pretty much aware of your whole body. So if you tune into your toes and kind of feel how they feel in the socks and the air around them, that kind of pulls you back in your body. And then you can notice what you're feeling in your body. Are you tense? Are you tired? Do you have a lot of energy? Just being present with your body helps you be here and now because you're feeling things that are here and now. And that will naturally slow down your mental thoughts. And then you can kind of say, what would be the next right step? It's okay to slow down right now. It's okay to be present and calm. What's the next step for me? What would help me feel fulfilled? And then you can talk to your partner about it and see if there's a match. Okay, I'd really love to go to a restaurant. I'm open to Italian, Mexican, or Chinese.
Much easier for me to be like, oh, well, how do I feel about a restaurant? Italian, Mexican. Oh, yeah. Than, you standing in front of me like I'm a refrigerator and I don't know what the heck, why are you in front of me?
Yeah, and if he's in the mood for Mexican, and that's really easy for me to tune. Oh, Mexican was on my list. It's in my Venn diagram.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Leave some comments. Let us know. What does tuning in to yourself and your partner mean to you? How do you slow things down?